Welcome, guys, to another case study at Acemyprep. Today, we are going to discuss the case study of Harsh Thakkar. Now, this case study is actually a very exceptional example of how important the application part is in this top MBA race. Okay, so many people think that you should have an outstanding career, sports accolades, right, NGO work, or something so brilliant that it dazzles people away. It's true, that's one way of getting into the top MBAs, but that's not the only way. You just have to showcase that you have potential, right? You should have done something worthy, you should have potential, and you should be able to convince the university that if they give you that spot, if you give you that seat, you will make the most out of it, right? And you will be a contributing factor towards the entire community. Right. Now, let's look at what Harsh's journey was. So, if I have to disclose his entire profile to you, so he had a previous education of 64.11%. That was a BBA degree. Now, apart from this, he was also a petroleum engineering student, right? So, you can see in the challenge one, there was a 4 year gap post schooling due to dropping out from his first bachelor's in the final year due to personal reasons. So, he was pursuing his BTech, and in the final year, due to some personal reason, he had to back out. And then he went on to pursue his BBA. So his entire bachelor's actually is of 7 years. And at the end of 7 years, he had a percentage of 64.11, right? Oh, so that's a very difficult hurdle, right? And most people would give up here itself. That, if I'm going to US for a top MBA, I will not be able to get into a good university. I have 7 years of a bachelor's. And I just have 64 to 67% on my profile. That's where you guys are wrong. That's not it. That's just one part of the application. This entire thing would carry a weightage of 10 to 15%. So the rest 85% is still in your hands, guys, right? So he worked hard. After his BBA, he worked 2.5 years in the business domain. He got a good GMAT score, 700, right? It's a competitive score. And then he wanted to go for the top MBA, right? So that's the spirit that you need to get into these top universities. Yes, you need a guiding hand. You need someone with experience to just counsel you, right? Guide you, right? No. Now, the second challenge was that he had a 64 to 67%, and tier one universities in USA expect a 75 or above. Okay. Then moving forward, Harsh started his counseling in August, just before the application period starts. So limited time for profile enhancement, right? So if you guys know what profile enhancement is, it is where we strategize on what all things to add, like a certification, a conference, a research paper, a technical review, right? Or some live projects that we can help you, and you can do it with the help of our students, our community. Those are profile enhancement techniques. So we couldn't do that also that much because he came in the last moment, right? And we had to apply in the round one. Now, this was the strategy created, right? So, first of all, we worked on around his gap justification. We had made some documents, right? And we had to guide him on how to get those documents, right? Authentic documents to justify his gap. And we did 1 month of profile enhancement to emphasize on his managerial and leadership skills, right? Similarly, we filled his resume with a lot of numerical data, not just random data, but actually proof of that as well. We drafted his essays, right, and SOPs, and we also helped him in the LOR curation. Okay. Apart from this, the interview preparation was very detailed because we knew he would be thrown rocks at, right? Because there were so many things that we could talk about his profile. So we had to make him very much prepared for any kind of question that would come into these top universities. You can see the shortlist here. There's like creme de la creme of MBAs, right? So New York University, UT Dallas, Fordham, Northeastern, Texas A&M, Michigan Rock, University of British Columbia, and NCR, right? Although we didn't continue to apply to all of these universities because the first admit that he received was from Fordham. He got $100,000 scholarship, guys. Yes, that's a guy who has a 7 year bachelor's, right? Who has 2.5 years of experience, just 700 GMAT, and that guy got $100,000 scholarship. Now, this was based on what potential he showed in his application. How well did he perform in his interview, right? So, all kudos to Harsh here, right? It's because he followed the process to the teeth and he made sure to get this scholarship that he wanted so much. Now, practically, he's going to Fordham University for free for an MBA, right? And that gives us immense pleasure to say it out loud because he invested with us, and this is the return that he got. He also got into the UT Dallas final interview, and Northeastern and Boston University also have given the final interview invite. Although He's very happy with Fordham, so we are hoping that he just goes with that. Right? He can get more offers. We'll be more delighted as well. Right? So we are waiting for the other offers. But the $100,000 scholarship is the feather on the cap that we are very proud of. Right? So if you guys also have a little bit of mixed resume, right? If you guys are a little underconfident, do reach out to us, right? We will show you the pathway how to get into the top universities. Not just get into there, but get there with a scholarship.